What's good, everybody? Peace. Ace from Ace Corner Talk. Want to give you some. Words tonight. Not going to be that long. Just going to give you a little bit. Yeah, we're going to talk about Little White Lies versus Honesty, the Best Policy. What's up, Logic, man? Hey, if you want to get in, come on, man. Let me know. All right? You getting your hair cut now? If not, man, come on, get in this thing. This is going to be very interesting. So I'll give y'all a few minutes to get yourself together, all right?
I just like the sound of it.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Flat Man? What's up, everybody? Mary, what's up? Chatty, you nice? Let's go. What's up? So, peace to everybody. Peace, peace, peace. I just wanted to say, get ready to start off. This is an interesting topic, right? Not a lot of people like to engage in this type of topic because on either one hand or the other, this topic will put you on the spotlight. Like, it's one of those things where when you talk about it, it's like an elephant in the room type of thing, right? But we're gonna go in and we're gonna dig deep on this one, right? Now, I don't know where my family, I don't know where everybody at. Hidden treasures, Logic, food, clothing, shelter. Let's go, man. Where y'all at? Y'all want to get in? Let's do this. I want to say peace to my queen. Queen C, what's up? What's good? She watching the 4. She chilling. So I want to say peace to her. Peace to, all the family, everybody that's part of Ace Corner Talk, part of Logic, food, clothing, shelter, hidden treasures. All of the family that's newly joined, we're gonna have a little I don't know what to call it. We're gonna have something where we're gonna just present the whole family as a whole. Everybody that's connected from one way or the other to me or Logic. So we're just gonna bring that thing as a whole. And that's gonna be some fire, you feel me? So yeah. Before I want to get right into this topic, I want to get into this topic, but I don't want to. I'm trying to stall for a few seconds. I'm trying to stall for a few seconds because I want them to get into this because I want to hear everybody else's perspective, and I want to give my orientation about it or my dialogue or whatever you want to call it. I want to give what I have on this topic, but I want to know and hear what everybody else is thinking when when little white lies come up, because little kids will say, "Oh, I only told a little white lie. It's just a little small lie." We go through this a lot. Anybody that have kids know that they'll shoot a lie real quick. A child will lie to you, and to them it's nothing. But when you become an adult, lies and people lying to you to some degree. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, it's something about when a grown person just out blatantly lies to your face. And then made it's a lie or not. It's just something about it where somebody just feels like they could disrespect, and I feel like it's disrespect. If somebody's just outright lying, I just feel it's disrespect. All right, so he says open up the call lines. Let me see, man. I know I had a number here. What's my number, Logic? All right, here, I'm going to put it in the chat. Hold on. Man, let me write it down. I'm tripping. Let me see. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm writing my number down. All right, here we go. Bam. All right. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm over here eating some Sour Patch Heads. Feel me? I'm always eating something. All right, let's go. But when we talk about, let me get this number in here for y'all. I think it still works. There we go. All right. When we talk about, and I'll patch y'all into the system. All right. Let's see if that's everything still be intact. Yeah. Although I ain't live as much as I want to, I've been working a lot. I did 60 hours last week, y'all. 60 hours, man. I ain't know where I was coming or going. I was stupid tired, man. I was driving like I just was out of this world. All right. So when we talk about these, let's get into it, because see, I wanted y'all to get on so we can be raw with it. I don't want nobody to be sugarcoating. I don't want nobody to, hold back. When you think about these type of topics, like, little white lies versus honesty is the best policy, you either fall into one of those categories. It ain't gonna be that you straddling the fence. You either are a liar or you are an honest person. Now, an honest person could lie too. But what I'm saying is, are you a habitual liar? Are you the type of person that just everything comes out your mouth is a fly of a lie? I mean, back in the day, I knew people who were like that. You can look at them and they're lying, but they will keep the narrative up to convince you that what they're saying is the shown enough outright truth. When I was in high school, we had that one liar. I mean, I'm not gonna say he was the only one, but you knew when he opened his mouth, 9 times out of 10, it was going to be a extravagant lie. Like, he was the type of person that told extravagant lies. A extravagant person where they like flashy. That's the type of lies he told. So when it came to believing him, he wasn't credible. He wasn't a credible person to believe. Even if he might have told the truth, he lied so much you just couldn't believe nothing he said. Everything had to be better than you. Everything had to be to outdo you or to top you. And he went as far as to told those lies, you feel me, to, all right, I got you, Logic. He went as far as to tell those lies in order to outdo you. Now, the reason why I'm posing these questions because I want to associate that now with the black race, right? I want to associate that with the Afro-American descent community, whatever you want to call it. All right, I want to bring that and tie that in to our people, right? Not excluding nobody, okay? But I want to focus right now for this small moment on our people. When I say our people, I'm meaning black folks. If you want to call yourself an Afro-Latino, or if you want to, I'm just saying, if you got this color like this right here, I'm talking because I want to address that for this moment. I mean, for the most part, I could speak from being around the majority of Afro-Americans, black people. You see, when I was younger, it was mixed culture. I was around whites, Chinese, and blacks, and so in New York, it was mixed, multicultural. But when I moved away, I morphed to just being around a lot of blacks. And then from that aspect of it, then I had a sprinkle of being around whites that were racist. So I had a lot of the interreactions in the experience that I want to share and talk about. So when we talk about lies, okay, let me read something. Let me read something real quick for you. Why honesty always is the best policy. Most of us use lies from time to time to avoid difficult situations and to hide our feelings or intentions. However, lying always comes with a price, whilst the truth is unavailable. You will feel better with yourself if you're honest and open. So you will feel better when you actually tell the truth, which is common sense. That means you're releasing something. But when a person festers lies, and I'm gonna share the Jim Carrey movie Liar Liar. That was one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies, Liar Liar. And the whole premise of the movie was when he kept telling so many lies that he had to tell another lie, then another lie, and he was lying to his son and his. Alright, I'm gonna pat you in. Hold on. Let's see if this worked, my friend. Y'all had not subscribed to Logic, Food, Clothing, Music, and Shelters. Subscribe to Logic, Hidden Treasures. Alright, Logic, let's see if we can hear you. Say something. Alright, hold on, bro. Try it now. Hello? Try it now. Say something, Logic. You gotta say something. Alright. I'm trying to get his stuff together here. Logic. Alright, say something now, bruh. Hello?
Yo.
Alright, say something now. I'm gonna have to put this up to this mic here.
Oh, no. You would call from that other number that you put in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, I call from that. I ain't gonna call from that.
Nah, it's cool. Just go ahead. Go with it.
Oh, shoot, man. I don't know. I mean, if the other number works better, you got it always plugged in, I call from now.
Yeah, we can hear you. Just go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. No, I was saying that on this topic that you're dealing with, my opinion on that is that when you're dealing with like these little white lies, and then you know what I'm saying, honesty is the best policy. And then he kind of hit home with me because I started thinking about myself, and I was started thinking about like when I was in a relationship and shit like that, and I cheat. It's like I used to ask myself, why all the time I lied about it, or why would I feel the need to lie about it? And I came to the realization that a lot of times the things that we lie about is we find our better half, we find our better interest. You know what I'm saying? Like we fight nature. And the things about it, you deal with what you actually is honest, it's truth, it's facts. You won't lie about it.
Right.
If you deal with something that you was actually taught, you'll have to lie to protect that. And then when you're dealing with lies, it's like you lying because you're trying to protect from the truth. And then with that being said, the truth is something, the truth is something that we actually, if we realize and we dig deep into it and look into it, it's like with everything, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason, it's an agenda for everything. And the agenda for lying is to protect people from the truth. That's why you lie to people. You don't want people to know the truth. You don't want people to expose the truth. You want to. That's why you lie. And I think if we want to really get back to stop lying, the little white lies that really don't matter, we got to dig in and get to the truth and dig in and get to ourselves.
Well, I know I could say this. When a person starts off lying, they have to continue that lie in order not to be exposed. But it creates one lie creates another lie, and another lie creates another. So it's like a snowball effect. But when a person is a habitual lie, like when their life consists of trying to put on a facade and saying things or doing things that they know is not a part of who they are, what in them promotes what is promoting that? Why what's up, your sweet place? Peace. So what is promoting a person to want to tell these type of lies? See, because lies now this is just my thought pattern. Lies can be broke down into different categories. Because, you know, there's white lies, then there's extreme lies, but the severity or the nature of what a particular lie is derived from. Like, what are you saying? What are you talking about in the lies? And can it be damaging to another person? Can it cause, you know, damage to yourself? Like, these are the things that I want to address and bring out, because some people don't think that when they tell their lies that it doesn't affect or hurt anybody, which is not true. Because when you tell lies, of course, it can potentially hurt somebody else. You can hurt somebody's feelings by lying. But go ahead, brother. I see. That's why I want some. Yeah. Go ahead.
Because when you realize and you said it, when you're lying, you're hiding. So when you're lying, you're hiding from the truth. But see, a lot of times we have to lie because we don't want our reality to know our truth. You see what I'm saying? It's like, because it's two dynamics we got in this world today. Is we got what we know to be true, and through our reality, and what is actually naturally true that we see the signs with every day.
Right.
When you got people and everybody go through it. I go through this. I went through this I was been dealing with this with myself. The closer I get to the truth, and I started dealing with the truth, and I started accepting the truth in my natural life, I won't lie anymore. Because when I was out there and I was trying to live up to reality standards, it forced me to lie because I was always trying to live up to reality and not live up to nature. Nature is the code that tells me, hey, you know what? Regardless of what anybody say, this is the code. This is the structure. This is what you naturally should do. Your body is telling you should do this. Your body tells you a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your kids tell you a lot of stuff. But you won't listen to nature. You'll listen to what we see today out in this world as reality. So now we're forced to lie. All these little white lies, we're forced to lie because we're hiding from our true self.
Okay, question.
It banged on me too. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I got a question for you. So when a father lies to his son or his daughter, how do you categorize? How do you explain that? Because how is he protecting himself by lying to a child saying, I'm going to pick you up, or I got some gifts for you, or I'm going to do this or do that, but never produce what he says he will do?
Yeah, because now, with the gifts and everything, is that something that naturally, and that's a good point you brought up. Just say on a point where you're saying that the father brings gifts, right? On the natural perspective, what a father should give to a child is not gift. it should be gifts in the form of knowledge. It should be passing down skills to the son. So now reality tell us that we gotta push all these gifts on our kids to let them know that we love them. We gotta do this. So now what happened is that in that situation, if a father making these false promises, he's trying to live up to reality standards of how he should raise his kids. So now, even though he's not able to fulfill them promises, he still would tell them kids exactly that same thing because it's what our reality say you got to do it. You got to be, in order to be a good father, you got to have your kids with all these flat screen TVs. Your kids got to have this, they got to be this, they got to be this. But then kids don't get their nourishment in the form of knowledge. We don't massage their brain. We don't pass them method that they can take on for days and days. So now, our kids grow up believing into that reality. And now, guess what they're going to do? They're going to be what? They're going to be materialistic. They're going to do them things. But we get down to the nitty gritty. If that reality didn't say that man supposed to drape all these kids in these gifts, then now you have no reason to lie.
Interesting.
In a nutshell, it's reality versus nature. If you're dealing with nature, you don't gotta lie. Because guess what? Nature, I'm passing you my knowledge. I'm passing you what I know. I'm teaching you the things I know. I'm not giving you nothing I don't have. Reality says, guess what? You're supposed to give even though you don't got it. You're supposed to drape your kids in these gifts. You're supposed to do all these different things. That's what reality is telling us. But you see, it'll always be a conflict because now you'll say, hey, he a deadbeat dad. He lied and said he was going to give these kids these gifts for Christmas. What? Like, just think about that. You turned this man into a deadbeat because he's not giving gifts on the imaginary holiday? That's what I'm saying. That's our reality versus our nature, and it forced us to lie.
See, Logic, the black family, I hate to say the black family. Look, I want to say our families have trained the inner circles. Now I'm talking codes. Let's see if y'all figure what I'm saying. So the inner circles of our families have trained the elders or the adults to cover up the lies. All right. Can you interpret what I just said? Because in our family structures, we know that when things are not right, we know when things are not right. We can see when things are not right. We can tell what family member did XYZ or what happened here or there, whatever. But then they cover up, and family, they'll cover up that with lies. They'll cover up all of that with lies, right? Which promotes it promotes division. First of all, it's a lot I want to get into, man. My mind is racing. So when we talk about lies, the first thing a lie will do, with no shadow of a doubt, it will cause division. Would you agree with that?
A lie will cause, yeah, because it's the opposite of the truth.
Okay, all right, cool. So if we know that a lie will cause division, why would a person use a lie? Like say it's your loved one. All right, I'm trying to figure out a way to put this where we can understand. Okay, so say it's your loved one, right? Why would you tell your loved one a lie if you know it's going to cause division?
Because we're living a lie. See, if you're living a lie, I see your point now. See, if you live in a lie, right? Just like that same scenario we was talking about with the father and the gifts for the kids, right? Automatically, it's no reason he should lie because he's living a lie. You know what I'm saying? His life is built on this dynamic that said he must do this in order to be considered a good dad. He must do this in order to be considered a good partner. He must do this in order to be considered a decent citizen. So now, what everybody do is we fight ourselves every day to live to a standard that don't even blend in with us naturally. It don't blend us in naturally. If you gotta go and you gotta bend over backwards and you gotta actually fight your battle self, your battle half, to deal in with society, then that's our problem. Because in every scenario you think about when people lie, they trying to blend in with society. They trying to blend in to the status quo. This is how things should be. So now, as they continue to try to blend into what this is how things should be, nobody ever realizes to step back and say, hold on, wait. Maybe this not working right, or maybe I'm getting these fight for my kids and fight back from different things within myself and my family is because I'm living a lie. Right. It's not meant to be this way.
Now, I understand when people viciously tell lies on other people. I know that's something, and I want to say, man, peace to Tiffany Smith, man. Peace to you, man. You know, she avid supporter. You know, your sweet place, avid support. All of y'all, man. Everybody in the chat right now are great supporters of Ace Corner Talk and your channel Logic. So and Queen Petty was good. That name, man, is very funny to me. Queen Petty. Look, when we search deep down into our mental and we start to evaluate the moments when we should present a lie or when we shouldn't, where is the mental state of a person to say, I'm going to do this act knowing that it's going to cause division, one, and then two, is going to cause pain and hurt, two. You know, people, it's such a thing where you can get so out of touch with reality that when you begin when you begin to rationalize your life and the situations in your life, some people be so out of touch with reality. What happens is they tell lies to comfort themselves. But I want to equate that with them being selfish also. See, when a person is a selfish person, they will tell lies because they don't care whether it hurts you. They don't care whether it puts you under duress, or none of that comes to their mind when they put you in the position to tell a lie on you first, and then second, when they begin to spew lies that you know are not true, whether it's against you or against themselves. That's the sign of a selfish person. That's number one. And if any time you disagree, Logic, just say, hey, I disagree, and then I want you to tell me why you disagree, if you do. But when you counteract a person that is telling a lie with the truth, they get violent, they get mad, they curse you out. Now they know it's a lie now, but they'll go through all of these emotions as if you're the one offending, that you're the one being offensive when they're the one lying. How does that work?
And I can use this quick example. It's a quick example. All right. And I use the flat earth, right? And you know I don't like to use the flat earth like that. But I'm going to use it for this because it's an example of a lie.
Inquisitive Bunny.
Right.
Now go ahead, Logic.
So if you look at flat earth, and it's an example of a lie. It's something that we cannot prove. Nobody can prove, but it's something that we're taught. So, like from a young child growing up, it's nothing natural about a globe. But it's strategically placed, you know what I'm saying, that it's almost now a inherited truth, or it's almost a traditional truth that nobody ever questioned it. So what happens in the big scheme of things is that, first of all, people got to open up to find out what are the lies. So now, if you don't know the lies, you will continue to repeat the lies, or you will try to live up to the lies. And just like you said, if somebody come against you with facts and information that's telling you that this is a lie, you got generation and generation and generation of indoctrination of this lie, that if I tell my little girl to question the globe, she will look at me like, all of that makes no sense, because her reality tells her in school that it's a globe. Most of her friends tell her in school that it's a globe. Now, no matter how I lay down the facts to her, she will automatically fight it. It's because it's been generational trained and into her. And it, with any other lie that we live with, you know what I'm saying? Any other lie we live with today is something that we're taught. See, the stuff that we know for a fact that's dealing with nature, we don't fight each other over it. You see what I'm saying? We'll never have a disagreement. So, in a nutshell, is that people only tell lies to protect what they're taught and to protect their reality.
Right.
If you clean out people's reality, and you clean out and you start dealing with the truth, and the truth exists on the plain wide, everybody, then it's no reason to lie. You know what I'm saying? Nobody say, okay, well, he didn't give presents for Christmas. Okay, and so what? Does that make him a bad father? But guess what he did do? He taught his kids how to plant and grow stuff. He did so much other things. But society tell us that you got to do this in order to be considered a good dad. So now, if you don't do this, you automatically not a good dad. And then they train our women to do that same thing. Yeah, no, you're not going to spend no time with him because you late on your child support. So now, the biggest gift he can give that child is knowledge.
Right.
But you hold him back from giving that knowledge is because you're dealing with a reality that says, you know what? This imaginary money is more important than you spending time and talking to your kids. That's the problem. We live in our reality is jacked up. So now, regardless, we will always tell lies. We will always tell lies because our reality is built on lies.
Logic. I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in here real quick. You know, I wouldn't be Ace Boogie if I didn't. All right, here we go. Who do you think lie more, men or women, or is it equal?
I think it's equal.
Oh, here we go. He copping out, man. Was that a lie you just told me?
No, it's not a lie. I'm explaining. Men lie more dealing with infidelity.
Okay.
Or men lie more in regards to infidelity.
Okay.
Because, and you know me, I don't believe there's such thing called cheating. You know what I'm saying? But if they tell me to cheat, that means every man got a neurological disease, and we ain't found no cure for it yet. So now, we just can't embrace that fact that if we live in a lie, and men every day fight to keep this a secret, because stats will tell us that you know what? There's no way that at least 80% of the population of men cannot be faithful. There's no way. There's no way that Beyonce and Jay-Z, you got the so-called dream woman, and Jay-Z still cheating on her. So now, do Jay-Z got a neurological disease, or Jay-Z is trying to fit into a reality that's a lie that's given to him, and it's not working. So he got to lie to cover up for the lie that he's living. And I'm just saying that. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with women. Women will lie more. They'll lie in a different way. But a lot of times, the men lie men will be considered the bigger liar because men have a problem with actually being so-called faithful.
I'm about to get Logic in trouble.
Look it up. Yeah, they go, hey, throw some tomatoes in the chat. Throw some tomatoes in the chat.
let me see if I can find the tomato emoji.
Oh, man, go ahead. I can't throw a tomato for myself.
Hey, man,
But
you
guess what?
funny, dude. But nah, but in reality,
This is crazy.
hold on, man. Let me see. Oh my God, man.
Hey, Queen C, feel free to throw some tomatoes to make sure that it's organic.
Hey, look, but in hindsight, when we break it, what? Hey, why you put that emoji? Your sweet place. In hindsight, when we look at the statistics, right? When a lie when a female tells a lie, and this is not, I don't know this to be true, but I will say it because I heard it. It's based off of emotional reasons. And then I heard when a man tells a lie, it's based off of rational reasons.
See, I would and for the female, because I ain't going to speak on the female half. You got to get one of the sisters to come in and do that. But me being a man, I would say most of my life, I can even say almost 90% of my life has been to a female. And it has been on the standards of either some type of infidelity or me cheating or me wanting to cheat or me not being faithful or that's me. I mean, I can speak for myself.
Okay.
And I know myself, I always, if I lie, like I have, for me, I like to do, yeah, for what? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason for me to lie to a dude. But every time I lie to a female, that is the majority of the reason I would do it. So, you know what I'm saying? You get one of the queens to come up here and actually discuss why females lie.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, it'll be most likely a retaliation of some nigga did to her.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Hey, what's up, Keisha? What's up, everybody? Yeah, I agree with that, and to some extent, because then, you know, if I totally agree, then I'll get all these emojis and all this backlash. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me just agree to a certain extent to keep myself in the clear. Now. Yeah.
Queen C, I got some food I'm going to put in the chat. That's for me. I'm going to put some avocado in there. Hey, but I'm going to get off here and open up the lines and let somebody else get up here, man.
All right.
Hey, y'all need to call into the show. Call into the show.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes the sisters they be scared to call in, man. I'm harmless. I ain't gonna do nothing. All right, cool. All right, Logic, holla. Now, so when we look at the scenarios, like, check it out. Like with people on YouTube, right? I'm gonna use YouTube for like a second, right? When people on YouTube try to present themselves or try to present something, it seems like they'll lie about a lot of stuff that you would be like, man, what's the reason? Why you gotta go there with all of this? Like, why you gotta tell this or why you gotta do that when you know it's a lie? I mean, is it because they're not in person with you, or they're not hands-on with you, you're not in their face, or is that the reason why a person would want to, even on in YouTube land, just want to go ahead and just present the lies to people? Is it a mental thing? Because I know part of lies is part mental, something up here that just triggers off some senses and whatever you want to call it. Chemistry is triggered off to make a person just want to lie. Because a habitual liar, that means you have gotten to the point where everything that comes out your mouth is a lie. I mean, it's no thought in lying. You just, when you say something, you off to the races. You're lying. When you encounter people like that, first of all, it's a turn off. A person that is a habitual liar can't have too many friends. That's the first thing. If you have a lying personality, not too many people want to be connected to you because they can't trust you. You can't trust a liar. It breaks trust. It breaks communication. It defiles everything that a person would need to exist. It defiles that person, man. So when a person has that type of trait, now I'm not saying you won't lie and then be like, Father, forgive me or whatever. I'm talking about somebody that on a consistent basis conjure up things to lie about when it's no need. Like, you're offering up information that nobody even asked you to offer up. You're offering up lies that you don't even have to. Nobody asked you that, so why are you lying about it? Nobody even asked you, what your girl look like or what kind of car you got. Like, people probably haven't even asked you that certain question, but you're offering that information. It means your lies are so engulfed within you, it spills over. You feel me? It spills over into who you potentially are supposed to be. Now check this out. What is the biggest profession that is known to be liars, right? I'll go ahead and say it for you. Lawyers are supposed to be big liars. Politicians, senators, and any of the government branches, they say they're supposed to be liars. Oh, we already know the government lies. We already know they lie. They cover up and lie about things and, go take other countries and kill people and then they lie. We know that. But this mechanism that have been used to damage people's lives, because the Bible even talks about even Satan being a liar. He's the father of lies. He came to kill, steal, and destroy. Anybody that knows scriptures know that's what the Bible talks about, Satan being the father of lies, the author of lies. So it has a place where it originates from, but not only that, when it anchors into a person, when a person gets that lying aura about them, spirit, aura, mindset, or whatever you want to call it, it attaches itself to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything he say, do is going to be a lie. Now, where I bring this occasion up, where I bring it up now to the platform, to the people, is because we're being lied to so much on a daily basis. It seems that we have become numb to lies. We have become numb to people lies, family member lies, YouTube people lies. It's like it has taken its own life form. You understand? Where people have lied and been lying so much to us, it has taken its own life form and its own shape now, where we just became numb to people lying, And it's crazy that, we here in society got to deal with life on its own terms with its difficulties, and as crazy as life is, we deal with that. But on top of that, we got to deal with lies from people who enter into your life, however they do it, Whether you met them on the street or whether they're on your job or whether, was introduced from a family member or a friend or whatever. But then they come with their baggage and their lies. You understand what I'm saying? See, you have to you have to sort of wing yourself off of lying people. And I'm going to drive this home. You gotta wing yourself off of lying people, okay? Because when a person attaches himself to a good person, he corrupts that person. It corrupts your name. It corrupts your character. You begin to get tainted by people who are dishonest. You understand? I was at work, right? This happened 2 days ago. I was at work and somebody stole my work iPad, man. Right? So I got to use an iPad. They issue me an iPad. They give me an iPad to work with, right? Somebody stole my iPad. I was so angry because I can't stand a thief, man. Somebody stole my iPad. So now I got to come out my pocket with 400 bills probably to pay for that iPad. It probably costs more. I don't know. They're going to get back to me on how much I actually got to kick out. But the mere fact that somebody just stole it, that it has locks on it, it's a company issued iPad. Like, what are you going to do with it? But the mere fact that they stole the iPad, it burns me up. So all of that is under the umbrella of a liar. Because if you're a liar, you're a thief. And I don't care. I don't care if you try to say, nah, if you just tell her no. If that is, it's associated with each other. Lies and stealing, it goes together. I don't care how you want to address it. If you want to argue me or combat me about it, I put that number in the chat. You can call it again. Those two go together. When you tell a lie, in the back of your mind, you're stealing. You're stealing. Certain people lie just to steal people's personalities. Some people lie so they could be you. How about that? Certain people want to be you, or they want to possess you. They'll tell lies just so they can possess your personality or to keep up with your personality. People lie to keep up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses, that's a phrase. So it all comes together and it all ties in. But when are we as people going to get tired and say, you know what, enough is enough? I don't care about your lies and your vicious ways. When are we going to disconnect from people who ultimately self-destruct with lying? When are we going to do that? When, as a people, are we going to stand up? I'm talking about everybody, not just blacks, white. I'm talking about everybody. When are we, with good common sense, are going to stand up and say, you know what? This is the day that I'm not going to accept your lies into my life, into my ears, into my mental, into anything that I'm doing, because you're corrupting me with what you're doing, what you're saying, and how you living. You're foul. You understand? You're foul. You're a foul individual. So when you begin to spew your lies and do what you do, you present yourself as a foul human being. And I refuse to want to be a part of that. I refuse to want to associate with that, because I'm not that. There are good people. There are good, honest people in the world. You know what? In the back of my mind, I just thought maybe somebody would have been like, you know what? I can't use it. I'm going to turn this iPad in for whoever it was or whoever belongs so they can get it back. In the back of my mind, I thought that. But then the reality hit me. It's just the way it is. People are thirsty, blood-sucking liars, thieves, and they don't care about any and everything that they do. I remember I found a wallet. I went above and beyond to try to give that wallet back to the individual. You understand? Like, I tried to, outside of just going right up to a person's door. But, the best thing I knew to do was to drop the wallet inside the mailbox. Some people wouldn't have thought to do that, right? But I dropped the wallet in the mailbox. It didn't have money in there. But, of course, the information inside the wallet, the driver's license and all that good stuff, the person probably would want it to have that stuff, because then they got to go and replace everything. So I thought maybe if I put it inside the mailbox, maybe that mailman would be able to take it to the post office and they can get, or, that's just my thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I thought. So, but there's not people that do things like that. People don't think like that. People see wallets, they'll just take the stuff out, throw it on the side, throw it in the trash, do dumb stuff with it. And then, that's just the nature of how people are. That's just how it is. But when are we, as grown adults, with children, with wives and husbands, with families, with everything that we have, and can't afford to lose it or don't want to lose it, when are we going to stand up and say, we're not going to deal with these liars or lies that are being spewed out or be connected? Because what if it's your best friend? What if your best friend is a liar? What would you do? Would you tolerate that friend? Would you still be connected to him if that was your best friend and he just told lies all day long? How could you stomach that? How could you mentally deal with that? Deal with a character that is become a problem, that he lies so much. Because the first thing, if he's your friend and he's lying like that, can you trust him? Can you count on him? Will they be there for you if you need them? Or will they make a lie up and, I had to, well, I called you and I needed you, but you wasn't there. Well, it's a lie. I don't know. With fathers and kids and parents, siblings and all that, when a parent lies to a child, right? There's a loyalty that a child has to its parents, right? It's a loyalty there that'll never go, it'll never go anywhere. It's just a natural born loyalty that a child has with its parent. Now, it can be damaged to a certain extent, but deep down inside, there's always going to be that within a child to say, that's my mother or my father, no matter how bad they were. You'll probably hate them. You'll probably say, I hate them, or you'll probably have all kind of feelings. But there's a connection because that's your parent, that, there will be a certain loyalty, even if it's an inkling of a small bit of a loyalty, that will be there. But when a parent lies to a child, it damages the child. I know I might be all over the place, but I'm still in the same umbrella. Y'all follow me. So when a parent lies to a child, what you're doing is you're conditioning and teaching that child how to be a manipulator. See, there's a recipient, there's a receiver. See, my wife said stop using big words. I'm going to stop using big words, y'all. Okay, there's a person that, all right, just like AIDS and HIV. All right, somebody can have the AIDS virus and somebody can have HIV but never have full-blown AIDS. So the receiver so somebody could be the liar and actually spew their lies to a child and they become manipulators. Come on, man. Come on. Can Can somebody give me something on that, what I just said? Come on, help me with my thoughts on this one here. All right? So, if you are training the child how to lie, what you're actually doing is training the child how to be an ultimate manipulator. See, the child is not going to be that ultimate liar until he becomes an adult. That's when he'll learn how to put all of the resources, all of the things he's learned, all of that stuff to be a big liar. But when they're children, they learn how to manipulate. Can I at least get y'all to agree with that? If you disagree, just say it in the chat, and then I want you to explain why you disagree. But just my thinking. This is Ace Boogie. Now, when a child is young, and you teach that child through your actions how to lie, the child is a manipulator when he's young. Right? He's a manipulator. But then when he becomes an adult, or she becomes an adult, then they cultivate the lying aspect of themselves. Because in order to be a great liar, okay, we all know that right and wrong. We all should know. We all, if you ain't mental or you don't have some mental, disabilities or whatever, we all should know right from wrong, right? Okay, cool. Right from wrong. But if you don't use the right if you don't use that analogy and apply that to your situations, then you will substitute it with lies. Man, come on, man. You will substitute it with lies, right? So you will begin to take and replace what you know to be factual and enhance it with a lie. And that's what some people do. So I established that, yes, children, they'll tell a lie, but it's more in the form of manipulation, because children don't really know the extent or the damage that a lie can do. How about that? Can I at least put it that way? So a child does not understand the ultimate damage. Like a 3 or 2-year-old don't understand the damage that lies do. So what they do, how they do it is manipulating you. See? A little 3-year-old, 4-year-old, please, mommy, I won't do it, or I won't say this no more. I won't. Can I have that candy? I promise I'll be good. But they're saying these things, but with no intentions on keeping, the truth of what they're saying, because they're children. They don't understand the detriment of a lie. So I won't associate or put that lying aspect to a child. For say, I want to say they manipulate, but as they get older, when you become teenagers a lie. Where you been? Oh, I was just coming from school. The school called and said you ain't coming today. Where you been? Let me see. Let me check you. Come here. Let me see what you got. What's in your book bag? Lift your sneakers up. What you? So, you go through a whole lot with teenagers because now they have acquired life a little bit more. They're in school, in different surroundings, hanging out with kids who might not have fathers or might not have mothers or fathers, or might live with the grandmother, might be a little loose, might have freedom, more freedom than you do. So now they have inherited or picked up a whole lot of craziness in their life. So now they're learning how to lie. And when they come home, their whole aura and their demeanor is changed and everything is different about them because now they've been lying all day. I tell you, man. Your sweet place, she says, my dog tries to manipulate me all the time. That's very funny. I don't know if I have a manipulating dog, but yeah, it's a sorry dog. Yeah, I don't have a manipulating dog, but I got a noisy bird that I want to get rid of. But so, in hindsight, when we think about people who have this overwhelming, need to want to lie about things, right? We have to look at what is the reason why they're going above and beyond to want to lie to you. Because sometimes they want to impress you so much that they're willing to tell lies just to impress you. Maybe the impact that you have on them promotes or causes them to lie to you. I don't know. Could that be a reality? Could somebody be that fond of you that they're willing to lie to you to no end just to please you or appease you? Because when you think about the state that we're in as people today, how rough and tough it is, how the job force and the government changing and they're squeezing and tightening up on things, like it's so difficult out here now, right? What would be the reason people will not stay in touch with their reality? With all of the things I just named, with all the difficulties of life, what would be the reason that people will just want to escape it with lies that they know that they'll never? I mean, come on. Some things you lie about, you know you'll never be that. You know 100% that you'll never, you just won't get there. It just won't happen. No matter how much you pray about it, no matter how much you try to change the color of your skin and enhance or add it, if it ain't part of your makeup, if God didn't give it to you, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get it. Even with you robbing somebody, if it's not in your destiny, you're just not going to obtain it. So why lie about it? Deal with what you can deal with. Deal with what you can deal with. Try to cope with what is given to you. The cards that are dealt to you. Deal with that. Start off small. See, people get overwhelmed and try to do so much in life, and they create the false realities in life. Deal small. Whatever you got, whatever's dealt to you, whatever you have under your hands to deal with that. Make the most or the best out of what you have. You understand? That will help you stay grounded to reality, where you wouldn't even have to lie about anything. No matter how big or small, you wouldn't have to lie about it because you're in touch with who you are. You're in touch with reality. You're in touch with your surroundings. You're in touch with your family and kids. Like, everything is so in tune to you. See, people are trying to escape reality so much that they're willing to lie or tell lies about certain things, and it makes them feel better. It makes them feel like, you know what, if I just tell this little lie, they might not know it, but it makes me feel better. But in actuality, you feel probably lower than the lowest. That you would even have to do those type of things or even lie about certain things. I mean, this is something that everybody has to deal with at some particular time in their life. Somebody is dealing with a liar right now in their life. Come on. Come on. Somebody's dealing with a liar right now in their life. Somebody is having to put a liar in his place. Somebody's having to stop somebody from coming in their house because they just lied, because their hands are sticky. Like, there's so many scenarios that we have to be watchful for and about. You can't bring your kids and drop them off any and everywhere because you can't trust people. Why? Because they lie. Or they tell lies. You can't confide in a lot of people. Why? Because they talk too much and they lie. By the time you tell and confide in somebody that you think your information gonna be cool with, they done added 2 or 3 more things onto one thing that you told them. And by the time it get back to you, you done flipped the dog upside down and burnt the house down like Left Eye and done ran people over with cars. And I mean, come on, you understand what I'm saying? So where do a person that is trying to stay to the best of his ability sane? Okay. I had to dismiss it. I'm sorry, y'all. So how does let's see. All right. So how does a person that hold on, y'all. Okay. So how does a person that is trying to escape the reality of their life and then try to possess somebody else's life or something else outside of themselves? I want to show comfort for somebody today. Okay? I want to give some words of comfort. Maybe I might can't, but I'm going to try. Okay. So if you are in this particular state, or if you know somebody in this particular state, honesty is the best policy. Being honest with your friends, honest with your family members. If you know somebody who lies on a consistent basis, the only way to combat that, if you choose to, some people just choose to take the high road, and that's your God-given right. You're not wrong, or you shouldn't feel some kind of way because you choose not to deal with people who are like that. Okay? That's not something you should be like, you know what, I feel bad because I can't help them. No. If you choose not to get your hands involved in other people's affairs and their lyings and all of that stuff, by all means, take the high road. I think that would be the wiser thing to do. Because once you involve yourself in somebody else's lies or garbage, it could potentially taint or mess up your reputation. But depending on who it is, and depending on how close you are with an individual, that will let you know whether you want to extend yourself to be able to give a hand, give wisdom, give words, or whatever. But if you are in this particular state or situation, I think it would be wise for you to step back for a moment. Take a look at yourself. Evaluate your self-worth. That's the first thing. You need to evaluate your self-worth. What I mean by that, if nobody else told you that you're the best, if nobody else told you that you're worth something, if nobody else told you that, you're brilliant, you can succeed, you'll make it, anything that is remotely encouraging, if nobody haven't done that, you should be the first one to do it to yourself. You should look in the mirror and tell yourself these things. Because if nobody else tells you, you should believe that. You should believe that within yourself, that you have that ability to be that. Tell yourself that, yes, I'm smart. Tell yourself, yes, I can make it. With my mind putting Pat and Charlie in my hands and getting busy. You tell yourself that. Even if somebody else don't tell you, encourage yourself. That's the first thing. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you'll never get out of the state of being a habitual liar, or even thinking about telling lies. You'll never get out of that. So what I think would be wise would be for you to get your self-encouragement up first. Encourage yourself. Get that part of you corrected first. Once you do that, then go to the next step and say, you know what? Okay, I feel confident about myself and where I'm at in life and in the place that I'm in. Okay? Rebuild your character by keeping your word. That's the second thing you do. Okay? Keep your word. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, follow through with it. Get in the habit of following through with what you say you're going to do. A man is only good as his word. You know, we used to say word is bond. My word is bond. You're only good as what you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to do something and you never do it, how can a person trust you? Your word is not good. How many times, and this is it, how many times do you give a person a chance to walk over you when they done showed you that they're not trustworthy to handle you? Think about it. If you're not trustworthy to handle me, to handle my affair, to even be a part of my life, why am I going to involve you in my life as a friend or anything? Why would I even let you in my circle if you showed me on numerous occasions that you're not trustworthy to be in my circle? See, some people so thirsty for friends, so thirsty for this, so thirsty for that, they'll accept any and everything or any and everybody. And then once they get attached to the person or get attached to who they are, then now they got all of this extra added baggage and nonsense and garbage in their life, which is, I mean, oh my God. You understand? It puts more stress to a person when they add this added nonsense to their life when they don't have to. Just be honest and say, you know what? I understand you might be going through all of this, but right now, I don't think that I could deal with that being a part of my life right now. And that's just being honest with you. Maybe you can't be honest, but I'm going to be honest. How about it? I just can't deal with that stress that you bringing to my table because I'm choosing to flight to a different direction. I'm choosing to think different, act different, respond different, live different, and you're contrary to what I'm doing. Your lying ways is corrupting me. Now people think I lie. You see what I'm saying? Being honest. And what if it was your family member? You have to cut them off in love. You can love people from a distance. But when you support liars, when you cover up their lies, cover up their dirt, the only thing that it's doing is showing that they can depend on you. Don't be codependent on somebody who's a liar. Or don't let a liar be codependent on you, rather. Excuse me. You understand? Don't let somebody whose life consists of this attach themselves to you. Because they blood-sucking leeches. You ever had a friend, I'll pay you back, I'll pay you back. Well, how many times you going to keep lending them money? And how many times is he going to keep saying or she saying, I'm going to pay you back? Common sense to tell you, don't give him no more money. I'm just saying, if a person shows those behaviors, why are you going to continue to entertain the behavior? Because that's insanity to me. That means you're crazy if you're going to continue to oh man, what is you talking about a crab cake? I'm over here getting serious business about lying and all kind of havoc, and you talking about crab cakes. Here we go. So, impress you. That's good. So, when you when you begin to do some soul searching, right? And you soul search yourself, you'll see that there's a lot of things in you that you might have lied about or might have said or somebody mistook you. But in the end, it's on you to correct that. It's on you. Now, when you're dealing with YouTube people, they're not obligated to tell you the truth. You know why? Because, first of all, if they don't tell you the truth, there's nothing you can do. That's the first thing. If they're not telling you the truth, there's nothing you can really do. But if there is somebody that is honest enough about themselves, give them the benefit of the doubt. If they're honest with themselves, honest with you, give them the benefit of the doubt to say, you know what? I believe what they're saying. Because not everybody's going to be honest, man. I just found out this YouTube stuff. The majority of these people lie so much, man. But why? Why do you get behind a monitor, a computer, and put on the facade and lie about life, situations, problems in your life? Why? Because at the end of the day, are you really helping anybody with what you say and how you present your lies? Are you really helping anybody? Lying on somebody else, creating fake beef and beats with people and all this, is that helping people? Lying about cars and what you got and how flashy you, is that helping somebody? Lying about any and everything, about how many women you got, how many girls you got, is that helping anybody? Or is it actually destroying? Well, it's crazy, y'all. But we deal with this and we see the reality of it. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do? The people that's looking in, the people that's out here dealing with this, what are we going to do? How are we going to deal with this? How are we going to put things in motion to start cutting these things down like trees, like cutting that wild branch, cutting it out of our life? What are we going to do? When we go to bed tonight, when y'all go to bed, sisters, brothers, y'all think about the people that are in your life that have dishonest ways. And then think about whether you're going to be honest enough to disconnect from them. Think about it. Because I know there's people or somebody that is like this. But for them to think they got a one-up on you, to think that they can lie and then nothing happens, I mean, come on. Give me 1 second here. Let me see something, man. My ringer's not on.
Hello?
Hello.
I was trying to call in. Are you still on there?
Yes, they can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't see the chat while I'm on the phone, but I wanted to say something about your sweet place asked a question in the chat, and she asked you, is there ever a good time to tell a lie?
Oh, okay. Now I'm seeing that. I wasn't even paying. I don't know what I was doing. I was looking down, up. Okay. All right. So now it says Ace Corner Talk. Do you think sometimes people lie as a way for defense? Okay. Now I will answer that. Just putting questions out there. No doubt. No doubt. All right. Your sweet place. No doubt. So now rephrase that question again. Go ahead.
No, she says is it ever a good time to tell a lie? And I say, I had put in the chat that, you know, I have had to lie to my kids in order to protect them. You know, you don't want to tell them every single thing because, you know, they're too young to really know what's going on in adult situations, you want to shield them and protect them from certain things. And some things you want to be blunt, you want to be bold, you want them to be prepared for the real world, but you still have to use that, common sense in your parenting skills in order to decide, okay, how far you should go with telling them the truth. You know what I mean? And holding some things back from them. In that case, I feel like it's not okay to tell a lie, but it's necessary sometimes to tell a lie in that sense.
Okay, so to answer your sweet place, to answer your question, okay, some people do use lies as a defense, but what is it warranting? Is it helping them, or is it destroying somebody else? So I don't think that it's good in any case to use a lie. In that particular instance, what you're saying, using a lie for a defense, if it's going to cause harm or going to cause something, cause some division or cause something on the behalf of somebody else, I don't think that it would be a good idea. If they do it to save themselves, okay. Now, whatever that lie was, don't you think they would have to try to say something else to get out of that, or whatever lie? Because think about it like this. Back in the day, a lot of people, when they told lies, they got killed. And you lied to gangsters and all, when you mob bosses and all that stuff, when you told lies, what they do? They killed you. Right or wrong? Caller. Queen C.
Oh, you talking to me?
Oh, well, I'm hearing
well, look.
I'm hearing crickets, fidgeting, and all kind of stuff going on.
I did not know.
Oh, my God, man. What's going on?
I did not know you was talking to me. I thought you was talking to your viewers.
No, I'm talking to Queen C on the phone right now.
Okay.
Queen C.
So I'm not, okay, they probably did get killed.
Right.
Back in the slavery days, you had to lie. They had to lie because they were going to get killed. They had to lie to survive. Sometimes it's a survival technique. If somebody going to kill you, somebody, got a gun to your head and they're expecting you to tell them something that's going to save your life, you're going to do it.
Yeah, well, people will kill you even if you tell the truth.
You read that Bible in some countries gonna get you killed. You better not say you love Jesus.
Yeah,
some countries, you better not date outside the race, or you know what I mean. You gotta lie in order to survive. But I don't condone lying. I don't think that that you should lie on a constant, daily basis, but I do understand sometimes where people can use lies in certain situations when they come up. You know what I mean? Not like stupid stuff, not like just make it a fantasy world, a fantasy life, pretending to be something that you're not. You want to get all of these different false things to make yourself look big, and you know what I mean? All of this crazy stuff that society, like Logic was saying earlier, about how society wants us to be. And I agreed with him when he was talking about the parent and the father. I said so many times, a father's job is not to provide gifts and things like that. If he's not in the home and he's outside of the home, that is not the most important thing. Like, and I'm not going to mention no names because I know some people probably going to watch. They know me personally and know my situation, know my family and all. So I'm not cool, because they might click on it and look at it one day and say, "Oh, I know she needs something money." But the fact that I know in certain situations people raise their children to be materialistic, raise their children to think that if you don't give them things and if you don't do certain things for them, that society says, then you don't love them. And I don't think that that's real love. I think that that's something that you give them temporarily. You know what I mean? Whatever you give them, money is going to be gone. You give them shoes they're going to grow out of. You're going to get them a pair of pants they're not going to fit the next year. That stuff doesn't last. And that stuff doesn't matter in the long run. So I agreed with him, you know, on that part. Now, that cheating thing, I ain't even going to touch that because Logic, look, I ain't going there. I ain't going there with Logic. I'm going to get Logic. I'm going to get him on that. But the whole thing about the lying, you know, I think sometimes, you know, some people feel like they have to. And I have been in situations where I felt like I had to make a decision on whether I was going to tell the truth. And it didn't always turn out good. It didn't always turn out good, the decision that I made. Whether I made the decision to tell the truth and it didn't turn out right, I mean, I had to put my big girl panties on and deal with the consequences. I got to woman up and I got to take responsibility and I have to, whatever it is, tell the truth. You know what I mean? Tell the truth. But if it was something, you know, like I said before, with my kids or whatever, you know, I feel like, you know, to protect them, I won't tell them the whole truth. Just a little bit, what they can stand, what they can take, what they can digest, you know, age-appropriate stuff. You know what I mean?
Good point.
So I feel like at some point it's definitely not necessary, but I see how people could, you know, say, well, they'll choose that instead of telling the truth.
Good point. Good point. I like how you put that. You would only tell what they can digest, because like this, certain things. I believe this. Certain things could be damaging to certain people, so certain things should not be said. It's not that you're lying. It's just that certain people can't handle all information. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You just can't just tell everybody everything just because they're an adult. Certain adults just can't handle information. And if you feed them that information, you can potentially damage them by what you're saying. So
that's true.
It goes in.
I got the sleepy voice. Sorry.
Huh?
I got the sleepy voice. Sorry. But go ahead. What you were saying?
Yeah. So it goes in. You have to take it in consideration. At the very moment, things are fast paced. Things can be so quickly done. But if you know the character that you're dealing with, the person, and you know if you know that they're used to, you know, telling lies to get out of certain little things, or telling lies to, enhance the situation to make it better or make themselves appear better. If you know they're like that, then those are the type of people that you really have to be blunt with. Like, you can't sugarcoat with somebody like that.
Oh, yes. You just feed into their delusions, and it sucks you into it. You live in the lie now.
Yeah. Their reality, their nonsense, their craziness. I mean, you get sucked into that. So now, instead, you're trying to dig yourself out of something somebody else created for you because they're lying and they're wrapped you up in their web of lies. That's why they call it web of lies. It's because there's so many lies that you get caught in it.
Yep, and that's why I say I'm going to stay off for YouTube because I'm too real for YouTube, and I feel like it's too many characters on there, and I can't separate myself. Like I can't be one way in the real world and then come on YouTube and pretend and be a character or be somebody else. My feelings will get hurt because people are vicious. People are, they just crazy. And there's too much stuff going on in YouTube where I kind of backed off a little bit because I'm a real person. We are genuine people. We are real people with good intentions, and we came on a platform and it totally went left. And, you know, I feel like I can't ever be fake. I can't ever be pretend and be something that I'm not. So if I feel like somebody is forcing me down a road and taking me out of character, then I have to separate myself. I have to disconnect from that altogether. Because I'm not in no fairy tale. I'm not, you know, I'm not down with none of that stuff. And I'm talking to you on air right now because you're my husband. This is how we talk on a regular. You know what I mean? We have conversations about everything. So, I mean, I feel comfortable. But really backing off of the whole YouTube thing because, you know, I think the internet, I think the society, everything is lies. Just based off of lies. You know what I mean? You can't really find stuff that's real and stuff that's true and people that are real and people that are true. So when you encounter fakeness and phoniness, I can't take that. I can't. Like, I just have to remove myself altogether because I just can't cope with the fakeness and the lies. And I don't know who's behind these usernames. I don't know who's trolling. I don't know who's real, who's lying in the chat. That stuff, I can't, like, well, you know what I mean? I'll pop right here to support you every now and then. But the internet, people trolling, people lying constantly on them keyboards, clicking on their phones, harassing people and doing all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, liars bother me. So I could never be a pathological liar or a habitual liar because it just bothers me so bad. And I've had my days when I was younger where I tried to fix everybody and tried to just still love people regardless. But I'm to a point in my life now where I can't do that. I have to separate myself. I have to choose me. I have to choose my sanity. I have to choose what's best for me, my kids, my husband. I gotta back off. If you're unstable, because that's what it is, you're unstable. If you're unstable and you have to lie all the time, then we can't communicate. Because I'm living in reality, you know. And all I can do is pray for you. That's all I can do. And ask God to speak to your mind. That's it. Because I'm not a healer. I can't cure you. I can't, you know, come up with the right solution to cure something that you've been doing long before I came along. And whatever it is that's causing you to do that, I don't have the antidote. I don't have the cure. So I just, you know, back off. You know?
Yeah. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
My left eye look like Forrest Whitaker.
Why are you sleepy? Oh my shoes. Oh my goodness. You Forrest Whitaker, huh? You just put day quill and night quill.
Yeah. My left eye look like Forrest Whitaker.
Day and night.
But let's get back serious. But so I understand now. See, because it used to didn't bother me when people said things a lie. If I knew it was a lie, okay, I knew. But then you get sensitive. You get real sensitive to people's lies, man. Well, I'm just saying, me personally.
That's more tedious stuff.
Yeah, I get sensitive now, man, to just when people just outright lying and stuff. It just bothers me, you know, because I know whatever you're lying about, it can potentially damage what I'm doing or mess what I'm doing up. You see? So that's why it offends me. Because even if you're on the job and you want somebody to cover for you and you out there doing things or lying or doing something dishonest or not right, you could put me in a position to get fired too.
Right.
People don't think about things like that. But see, if you're dishonest, you lying about stuff and doing stuff, you get jammed up, you're going to jam me up. We both be in unemployment line. You see what I'm saying? Like, so people don't think about the consequences that come out of the vicious tales that they tell. But it is consequences, and there's things, there's remnants, backlash that comes from people ways and lying. I mean, that's just what it is.
Oh, what's consequences? I agree that You should tell the truth. That should be your first mind. Your first thought should not be to lie. I think that the truth, will make you free. That's what the Bible says. The truth will make you free. Not set you free. Will make you free if you do what you're supposed to do. You accept whatever it is, and you tell the truth. I think that that's the best thing to do. But like I said before, certain scenarios, you know what I mean? You got to pick and choose your battles. But I think that if you are going to lie, you have to accept what comes with that. Because, like you said, it can cause backlash. It can cause just a domino effect. It can just go downhill if you don't tell the truth right off the bat. If you lie on your job application, goodness well you don't qualify for this job. You get the job and you thinking, God, like this a blessing. No, you lied. It ain't no blessing. You lied. You said this, that. You had these credentials. Don't be putting God in there. Right? So you get to the job and you can't perform. And you can't do what you said that you could do on the application. So they looking at you like, hold up. What's all this experience? What's all this stuff you said that you had? You know what I mean? Then you talk about, the devil is busy. No, you decided to lie on your job application. Now you on the verge of getting fired. So you have to deal with the conscious choice that you made for lying on your job application. Now you without a job. You know what I'm saying?
So why do Christians lie and then say the devil made
them do it?
Yeah, not even that's another one they say. They'll say the devil made them do it, and they'll say the devil busy.
It's a cop out, I think, for some people. Like, you have to now, if you aren't really, like, if you just read the Bible every once in a while and went to church once in a blue moon on Easter, or I'm not going to judge nobody's, salvation, but if you haven't had that real connection and spirit filled and spirit led, then you can't discern what's coming from the devil and what's coming from God or what's self. Because sometimes it's just us. It doesn't have anything to do with God or Satan. It's just us. It's just our mind, our thoughts, our human nature to do things. So you can't pass it off and pass the buck. That's lying. That's not living in reality. That's saying, okay, I know that if I get caught in this situation, it got, what I'm saying, like, this happened to me, it's got to be the devil because something bad happened. No, you made a conscious decision to do whatever you did, or say, like, you wasn't thinking and you wasn't using common sense. Sometimes it only had to be a lie. It only had to be that deep. You could have just did something and you didn't use common sense. You didn't think it all the way through. So you just acted on it, right? And then it don't go right. Something happens. Okay. It's not the devil. It's like, it's a reaction. It's something that happened based on what you did and what your decision was that you made. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes in the instance where, well, not to go spiritual, but in the instance where it could be the devil is when it's something totally out of your control. Because God does not intervene when it's something that we can fix. Can I get an amen? So if we can fix it and do it ourselves, why does he have to intervene? He comes in when he knows that it's something that is out of our control. So if something is happening and it's a disaster and it's something that you didn't take no part in, I'm asleep in the bed and somebody comes and break in my house and God forbid, something happens, I can blame that on the enemy. He comes in, you know what I'm saying? He comes in the back door. He come in while men slept. That's what the Bible says. The enemy will come in like a flood. He will sneak. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So he has his place in the world. He has his place. And if he operating out of those realms, then that's not the devil. That's just you. So you got to have discernment, and you have to know what is really him and what, and if you're working in that spiritual realm or not. So some things are out of our control. So you know it's not you, and you know it's not your doing. You know what I'm saying? So that could be totally out of my control. Anything can happen at any given moment, and we don't have control over it. So we know that we can say that was the enemy. You know what I'm saying? He had a part in that or whatever. God allowed it, still allowed it, because he still has to get permission from God, and he still has to, operate within what God lets him operate in. So at the end of the day, you can't really say, the devil made me do it, especially if it was your action that caused something bad to happen. End of story.
Well, hey, you heard it from the queen. Man, I bought this chair, man, from Staples, man. That joint is uncomfortable.
See?
$40.
Out there shopping, don't even say nothing. Just out there shopping, just buying this for sale.
$40. Uncomfortable $40 chair. About to go get that leather joint. This thing is, they ain't even got no arms on it. Y'all see that? They ain't got the arms. It just got the little thing that raise you up and down. That's about it.
The thing you bought yesterday?
Yes. I wish I can throw it back in the box. I done set it up. But yeah. So I'm just saying, man, it's time, man, that we all just evaluate, who we have in our life, our circle, our corner, who's preaching to you, who's giving you words of advice or wisdom, who's in your ear day and night. Like, who is the characters that we are allowing to entertain us from time to time? We got to stay abrupt and got to be aware and got to be on our A game, because people are leading other people astray. They're doing so many vicious things through lies or through lying, and people, they're just gullible. I mean, some people are just gullible, and they're just so what's the word that I want to use right along with gullible? They're so easy, to be taken. So I want to encourage y'all, man. We gotta keep our eyes open, no matter how much the truth hurts, no matter how much you try not to spare. Yeah, you try not to spare people, but would you rather tell somebody the truth in their moment of weakness and lying, or would you rather enable them or keep them going to self-destruct, or to potentially do something to help destruct you? It's up to you. You can't have it both ways. It's either going to be one or the other.
You got to do it in love. But I'm not going to stay on here and really get off and hop back in the chat with my sisters. But thank y'all for tuning in and supporting my husband. And when I'm not on YouTube, y'all constantly support him and, be his moderators and stuff like that. And we appreciate that. I appreciate it. And, I'm behind the scenes a lot now. Everybody knows, I was attacked. I could say the enemy attacked me because I didn't do anything. Because you know how you in them realms, that you're really not supposed to be in. So I was in another territory, kind of their territory, and just got attacked. But anyway, I appreciate all the supporters and everybody that, have been supporting him recently and way back when he first started, and I appreciate Logic, and I'm glad that my husband's strong-minded, because sometimes Logic be saying some crazy stuff. I'm glad he's strong-minded. We ain't talking about that, whatever, he don't think monogamy and all that is natural, but hey, to each his own. I think my husband's doing a good job at that, so hey, to each his own. But everybody, that too, and I appreciate you guys, and thank y'all, and I'll talk to y'all on the next occasion. Everybody be blessed. All right, baby.
All right. Appreciate you calling in, baby. Peace.
All right. No problem.
That's my lovely Queen C, y'all. She called to give her perspective, and I agree with her. I agree with 100% of what she said, man. I'm not gonna be on here much longer, y'all. So, I'm gonna wrap it up in 1 second. But I'm gonna acknowledge everybody by just saying I appreciate all of those who was in the chat room, all of those who came to be a part of Ace Corner Talk on this live broadcast. I appreciate your input. I appreciate you sharing. Man, my sinuses, man. I'm wheezing over here. Call me Wheezy. So I appreciate y'all being a part, man. What's up, JT? What's good? Jamaica Titan, what's good with you, bro? So, if I have anything to say, I'm gonna say this. It's a weak-minded person when they're in the state that they're in, when they have to create a lie to stand on. That shows weakness. What's up, family? That shows weakness. And anytime that a person will attach themselves to weakness like that, it just shows mentally where they are. Now, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying that's a character flaw within you that needs to be perfected. Like, we all working on something. So, okay, if I don't, okay, I might not be alive, but I might got something else that I need to work on. Vice versa. You, me, and everybody else out here. I'm not saying this on an attack mode as if, you can't have an issue or a problem or we just perfect. All of us got things we deal with on a day-to-day basis. But I'm pointing out something like lying and being a habitual liar, like that type of act, is something where it causes division. It causes more of a downfall quickly, more than a lot of the other situations that that are out there. Lying is like it's the umbrella, and then everything falls under that. You understand what I'm saying? Like the umbrella of lying, and then there's so many different things that can fall under that umbrella. Because once you start lying, everything else is nothing that is built on that's going to be truthful or that's going to be sturdy. Everything is going to be built on lies, weakness, no strength. People who are honest, that live honest, talk strength, walk strength, you can tell there's a difference in them. Because they know they're assured about what they're doing. They're assured about the decision making and the moves they make. There ain't no wavering in who they are. But a person that lies, they're shaky in everything they do. They shaky, man. They knock kneaded and shaking and everything, man. You can't rock like that. So my encouragement to all of y'all, man, I appreciate you 100%. I appreciate you for, tuning in. Appreciate you for being active in the chat and the whole nine. And like I always like to say before I leave the live stream, now if a nigga on YouTube take this right here, but this is my thing. This is what I say. Now if a nigga then I say YouTube land and now niggas saying YouTube land. All right, this is what I say. You could be anywhere doing any other thing at any given time, but you chose to be here, and I appreciate it. That's mine. Now, at least let me have that. All right? You feel me? Nah, you good. JT, you good, family. Yeah, you know, when I get a chance to go live, not often, but when I do have the chance, I try to get it in, you know. And I've been up since 3-something this morning, man, so I'm dog tired. But I wanted to get something going, you know, because it was on my heart to talk about this. But like I said, you know, you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, and I appreciate that. That's nothing but love. Nothing but love, man, that y'all, you know, seen fit that you want to tune into your boy Ace Corner Talk. So, but look, when you get enough galls to stand up to your giant, you know, you'll do it. When you get enough galls to stand up to the giant that you know is that you know that might be lurking, then you'll see the reality. You'll see, you know, how much easier your life could be if you didn't have the extra attachments to people that are dishonest on every day-to-day basis. Your life will be enriched. You feel me? You'll be so much more advanced in life. So think about it. The ball is in y'all court. You know, I done did my due diligence on how I was correcting my situations with people. You know, it's simple like this. It ain't no in between with Ace. If you like that or you have that type of character, I just don't deal with you. That's just how it is. I don't rock with you. I can't afford, not with the kids I have, you know what I'm saying, with my family, my wife. I just can't afford to have not foolishness like that. I just can't afford it. I'm sorry. I can't afford that. Some people can afford to lose, and some people can afford to get tied up in it, but not me. I just can't do it. I got too much on my plate to deal with than to be dealing with some scandalous, lying, manipulative, backstabbing, whatever you want to call it. I don't have time to deal with it. Maybe y'all do, but I don't. So I'm going to call it out on the carpet. I'm going to deal with it, nip it in the bud, and won't think twice about it. And won't blink twice about it. I'm going to keep it moving. That's just how it should be. You know, it might take a little while for you to get there, but you'll get there. Enough pain, enough heartache, enough of all of that. You'll get there very quickly. It ain't going to take long. Shouldn't take long. Because a person that jams you up, put you in these type of, you know, situations, trust me. Trust me. You'll be there. You'll get there. So with that being said, I appreciate it. I felt like this was a good live stream, and I felt like, you know, we could have all benefited from this discussion. You feel me? Little white lies versus honesty is the best policy. Some people still think that a little white lie is just a little white lie, but this is Ace Boogie coming to tell you that little white lie is the umbrella and is covering up a whole host of other things that may not have been exposed. So yeah, it might be a little white lie, but eventually that little white lie, through a snowball effect, can turn into something giant. So you check all of that at the doorstep, you know. So I appreciate y'all. This is Ace Boogie. Peace. I'm out. Peace to all of y'all, man. Peace to all of y'all. Tiffany Smith, man, good to see you. JT, good to see you. I mean, I'm just shouting out people I haven't seen in a minute. The rest of y'all, peace to all of y'all. This is Ace Boogie. Unity, no hate, all love, all day. All day. This is my Kevin Hart, all day. Real talk, all day. I'm messing with y'all. All right, man, I'm good. I'm out. All right, hold on. I'm out. Let me figure that out. All right, cool. I'm out.